Good afternoon, everyone. So today is July 8, 2026, and we are scheduled for several back activities. So we will be having a conference of 21 civil works contracts, the opening of eligibility documents for the procurement of consulting services, and pre-procurement conference of 32 civil works contracts. So since we are lacking with material time, so we will dispense with the application since pa-end na rin ang ano. So if the back members would agree, so we will just request the back secretariat to call the roll of attendees to determine the quorum.
Okay, Madam Chair, good afternoon, everyone. For today's back procurement activities, here are the attendees. Attorney Jahara A. Arinamadato, the back chairperson. Engineer Mahmoud Mr. Sani Ibrahim, the back vice chairperson. Engineer Masidi M. Makomna, back provisional member. Theodore Chan, P. Mansanayan, back member. Engineer Arnold M. Kaya, back provisional member. Attorney Namayri S. Emerald, head of the back PWG. Ma'am Annalyn S. Piang, back PWG member. Engineer Jessica Romano, back secretariat. Ma'am Grace Marcelo, back secretariat. Engineer Vanessa J. Sumipal, back secretariat. Engineer Roberto Gabriel Corrado Copulong, back PWG for consultancy, and also representing the planning and design division for the pre-procurement and pre-bid conference. Engineer Denana Karen Romano for pre-procurement staff. Also joining us via Zoom is the representative of our resident co-control auditor, Ma'am Aisa Aala. And also we have representative from HHH Developer and Construction, Ma'am Gia Gail Villegas, also joining us. That would be it.
Thank you, Engineer Janela. So considering that for the procurement of civil works for the maintenance division, all of the back members are in attendance. Insofar as the consulting services is concerned, we have 4 out of 5 new members in attendance. And for all other procurement of civil works, under the construction division, we also have 4 members out of 5 in attendance. So with that, I hereby declare this proceeding in quorum and in order with the attendance of majority of the back members. So for the pre-bid conference in the 21 civil works contracts, we will hear from the planning and design division to discuss the basic contract data.
For the basic contract data for contract ID 26M00001, preventive maintenance, level of Tomato Road, Chapter Dibus, Tomato Sec. A1698 plus 121, T1699 plus 377 at Ibungan North of Tomato. This is not asphalt overlay with 8.16 kilometers. The approved budget for the contract is 120,449,317 with the contract duration of 110 months. The contract ID 26M00009, preventive maintenance, Monica Highway, Orbel Alabama, ng Cotabato, A1765 plus 284, A1765 plus 519, at Isulan Sultan Kudrax, asphalt overlay with 1.419 kilometers. The budget for the contract was 25,892,880. The contract duration of 60 calendar days. So contract ID 26M00020, preventive maintenance primary roads, Monica Highway, Cotabato, Ala Valley, Road, K1839, plus 7 K1850, Cotabato City. This is an approved budget for the contract of 32,199,155. The contract duration of 64 calendar days. The contract 26 M0048 is of Pagpel Pamawan at Panakata Davao City Vice Raysay ito ang Balandia, Masawang, Ilumantao Junction, Bukidnon, Davao Road, Station 8 plus 141 to Station 10 plus 269. Concrete Beach Stations 4 plus 741 to Station 4 plus 781. At Cotabato, Pagpel North Cotabato. So this is an approved budget for the following sum of 139,007,285, with a duration of 287 calendar days. Contract 26 M0049 implementation the construction of roads. Its leaks, the collapse, and landslide marking the highway because of road. A 1617 was 300, A 1617 plus 315 the roads are ongoing. The pro budget for the contract is 4,131,475 with a concentration of 150 calendar days. For contract 2026 M0051 for widening Marley Highway, Eagles Lumber Road, case 1629 to case 1629 plus 200 at Palumos. The pro budget for the contract is 7,541,475. The contract duration of 50 calendar days. Contract 26 M0054 construction. This relates the roads in one of the Bago and the Proby. Station 42 plus 021 to Station 45 plus 129 Palapensa and Rami. The approved budget for the contract is 283,050,480. The contract duration of 314 calendar days. For contract 2026 M0055 replacement of permanent bridges for the bridge 301042 and then around Marine Highway, it's not a road, but also a Rami. The approved budget for the product is 21,998,140. The contract duration of 456 calendar days. For 2026 M0056 replacement of permanent bridges, the Adam Bridge is 0103 and then along Marvin Highway, Eagles Mountain Road phase 2 Malone Sarangani. ABC is 39,594,958. Contract duration of 183 calendar days. 610,0057, replacement of permanent bridges and fund bridge 01044 and then the Mahari Beams Control of the ABC Senate Legal Clearance 1,843. The contract duration of 137 calendar days. The contract 26 M0058 replacement of permanent bridges upper wide bridge 01045 and then the Mahari along Sarangani because BBC is 41,184,600 population of 186 states. The contract having 26 M0005 land construction and implementation of drainage along national roads, Martin Highway, Urban Alabama, Cotabato Road 27, plus 300 cases, 7 plus 327, Sunan Sultan Pagarat. ABC is 31,195,555 of 194 contract 26 M0060. Construction is in single from Las Colombia Magalao Road, Station 17 plus 739 to Station 17 plus 849.15 at Colombia Sultan Pagarat. Smoke protection structure with 1,600 movement from the square meters. ABC is 7,738,300 population 210,000. The contract 26 M0006 within which 2030 plus 82034 plus 337, 82034 plus 375, 82035 plus all over. Fighting about Sultan of the NBC is 26,104,055. Contract duration is 198 calendar days. For contract 2026 M0063, constructed Puluan, Kalipuan, there road station 0 to station 4 plus 18, 5,000 road. ABC is 165,081,585. The contract duration of 329 calendar days. The contract 2026 M0064 construction of Esperanza Back by Pastor, the block station section station 59 plus 932. Station 67 plus 340 of the above Taguig Garage. ABC is 188,548,455. The contract duration of 348 calendar days. For contract ID system O 0065, which schedule violate. Implementing two locks on the region of the Vernon, the Luga Onway Junction, then release the new station zero. Station 4 plus 3 plus the budget by the Barat. ABC is 142,824,825. Contract duration of 313 calendar days. Contract ID 26 M00075 installation application. Road safety facilities, road variety, and local highway, Martel Maka Road, K1689, plus 483, plus K1695, plus 596, two piece of the Bato. The approved budget for the contract is 101,790,113. The contract duration of 110 calendar days. Contract ID 26 M00084, construction and concrete road. East Regional Office 12, Station 0 to Station 700. Atambler General Santos City. ABC is 10,816,685 with a contract duration of 84 calendar days. The contract ID 26 M00142, completion of parallel to one bridge 302157 and then along the amount on the junction road 1658 plus 710 to 1658 plus 771 at 2 and Paginta Hotel Sur. ABC is 16,969,555. The contract duration of 148 calendar days. For contract ID 26 M00144, completion of parallel to Golden Bridge B02177 and then along Maharlika Highway Marble Ala Valley Cotabato Road 1796 049 1796 plus 185 at that over at 1 Ordinalo del Sur. ABC is 31,676,155. The contract duration of 472 parallel. So that we authorize the contract payment of the chair.
Thank you, sir. So we proceed with the discussion in the requirements of reading documents. So this will be discussed by Engineer Roberto Robel Capulong of the Planning and Institution.
For brevity, all projects will include the following: Part A, facilities for engineering is the following. The development office for the engineer on rental basis, including for the service people for the engineer on their rental basis. Part B of the design requirements and is the following. Project will for time board, occupational safety and health program for the management, utilization, and organization. For contract ID 26M00001, preventive maintenance of the road function listed about the section from K1698 plus 121 to K1699 plus 377. Contract ID 26M00009, preventive maintenance, Maharlika Highway, Merdel Ali Valley Road from K1765 plus 284 to K1765 plus 520, students of Penduela. In contract ID 26M00020, preventive maintenance, primary roads, Maharlika Highway, Cotabato Ali Valley Road, K1849 plus 750 to K1850, K000, in the City. The scope of work is as follows. Part C works includes the following: surface common installation, survey preparation common material. Part B sub-basic base course includes the following: great sub-base course. Part B sub-base courses includes the following: most are asphalt, bituminous concrete service, material course, outdated 80 meters, bituminous concrete service, 20 course, outdated 50 meters. Important and concrete payment on the important another 50 million statements of the base. Part B is the instructors includes the following: the fertilizer and plastic is white, the fertilizer and plastic is yellow, and concrete joints and top for the plastic tank. For contract ID 6M00048, construction of Magpet, and both Manapa and safely fix a site, Lawang Bala, Sawa, Puro, Junction Piedmont to Davao Road from Station 8 plus 141 to Station 10 plus 269, and concrete bridge, Station 4 plus 741 to Station 4 plus 781 to the Manapa, contract ID 26M00049, we have quotation to construct. Contract ID 26M00060,
construction of missing links in roads that is the west one of the road from station 17 plus 759 to station 17 plus 849.15. Columbus Botanic. Columbus Botanic with the left. Contract ID 26 M00063 construction of Buluhan Net Road Station 0 plus 000 to station plus 80 for inbounds and to the left. Contract ID M00064 construction of section from station 59 plus 930 to station 67 plus 40 to also to the left. Contract ID M00065 construction of highway junction. Itulok so San Camilo Monteverde de Lula Highway, Junction Net, Lake Cebu, Station 0 plus 000, Station 12 plus 3, and Hebo Combines and Kudalata. Contract ID 26M00084, construction of Congress Road, Police Regional Office 12, Station 0 plus 000, Station 0 plus 700, under Santo City, and contract ID 00054, construction of missing links in the roads, located on back of the road. From stations 42 plus 021, station 45 plus 139, and there's some value, the scope of work is as follows. Part C refers to the following: clearing and driving, individual removal of trees, small, surface common excavations, excavation, foundation hill, pipe collectors, excavation, ground of the excavation, and some preparation. Part B basic courses is the following: aggregate surface course. Part B service courses is the following: projects with common payment and rate course 120 meters of 14 days. Projects with common payment and rate course 180 meters of 14 days. Part F bridge construction is the following: rate course is grade 14 structural gradations of protection structure is the following: pipe culverts 910 meters diameter. Pipe culverts 1,220 millimeters diameter, catch basins 910 millimeters diameter, and small basin. Part H sustaining structures is the following: metal guardrail, metal beam with posts, similarly beam, metal beam and piece, windows, hazard markers, 450 600 millimeters signs, refractorized thermoplastic wave is white, refractorized thermoplastic wave is yellow, and single arm solar LED will be lighting 80 to 125 watts, 12 meter pole. For contract ID 26 M00049, rehabilitation and reconstruction of roads with slips, slope collapse, and landslide. Hardwick Highway was Mountain Road from A1617 plus 300 to A1679 plus 315. Malone and Sarangani, the scope of work is as follows. Part C earthworks includes the following: clearing and gravity, removal of phase small, surface common excavation, and subject preparation. Part B sub-base and base course is the following: aggregate sub-base course. Part B surface courses is the following: importance and concrete pavement and reinforced on the state. Importance and concrete pavement and reinforced on the state. Part F bridge construction is the following: reinforced include the form of 40 and structural concrete, class 8 and 28 days. Part G drainage and protection structures is the following: mechanically stabilized earth, retaining walls, cement backfill, sheet piles, steel, slope protection. Part H sustaining structures is the following: metal guardrail, metal beam, posts, similarly beam, metal beam and piece, almost reflectors and plastic beam curtains, white, and single arm solar LED will be light 80 to 125 watts of power. Contract ID 26M005 road widening Hardwick Highway was road from K16.9 to K29 plus 200 and contract ID 26M00062 road widening Calamansi road from A2033 plus 396 A2034 plus 237 A2034 plus 375, A2035 plus 500, for inbounds of the scope of work as follows. Part C request is following: clearing and grading, individual removal of trees, small removal of natural structures and obstruction, removal of existing guardrails, surface common excavation, foundation fill, pipe culverts and drain excavation, branching from military excavation, and survey preparation. Part E sub-base course is the following: aggregate sub-base course. Part B surface courses include the following: importance and concrete pavement, 200 millimeters thick. Importance and concrete pavement, 208 millimeters thick. Part F bridge construction includes the following: reinforcing steel, the following 40 structural concrete, HSP at 20.68. Part G drainage and slope protection structures includes the following: pipe culverts, 1,520 millimeters diameter, catch basin 1,520 millimeters diameter, slope basin. Part H miscellaneous structures include the following. Curb and gutter cast in place, sidewalk 100 kilometers thick, metal guardrail, including posts and the beam, metal and exposed installation of metal guardrail, CDs and saplings or other programs, initiatives and reflectors such as plastic plate and emergency zone. For contract ID 26M00059, construction, upgrading, rehabilitation of drainage along national roads, Marika Highway, Mandal Alabama Road, from K 1766 plus 300 to K 1767 plus 327. Students and the land is for work as follows. Part C reference is the following. There and rubbish, use for removal of trees, small, removal of actual surface construction, removal of existing guardrails, surface common excavation, foundation steel, pipe overs, grade excavation, embankment and road excavation, and subgrade excavation, common material. Part B subdivision course includes the following, aggregate subdivision course. Part B subdivision courses includes the following, portland and concrete pavement, and reinforced on the state. Part F bridge construction includes the following, reinforcing steel deforming reporting structural concrete class B and B 1 and B8. Part G, drainage and protection structure includes the following: pipe culverts 910 millimeters diameter, manholes 910 millimeters diameter, and stone. Part H, miscellaneous structures includes the following: curb and gutter cast in place, sidewalk 100 meters thick, metal and almost installation of metal beam guardrail, posts, ceilings and trappings for other programs and initiatives, and reflectors and plastic plate and marking as well. For contract ID 26M00056. Replacement of weak bridges, Yangon Bridge along Maharlika Highway, Ilusmaka Road, Phase 2, Balungon, Sarangani, contract ID 26M00055, replacement of weak bridges, Banatag Bridge along Maharlika Highway, Ilusmaka Road, Balungon, Sarangani, contract ID 26M00057, replacement of permanent weak bridges, Nagpan Bridge along Maharlika Highway, Ilusmaka Road, Balungon, Sarangani, contract ID 26M00058, replacement of permanent bridges, Upper Buayan Bridge along Maharlika Highway, Ilusmaka Road, Balungon, Sarangani, contract ID 26M00142, completion of parallel Gruan Bridge along Kimpawan Alley Junction Road from case 8 plus 7, 10 to case 68 by 71. Gruan Magdalena Resort and contract ID 26M00144, completion of parallel Kapuluan Bridge along Maharlika Highway, Alabali Cotabato Road from case 1796 plus 049, case 1796 plus 125, that will offer Mapuan Magdalena Resort is both work as follows. And part C refers includes the following: removal of actual structures and construction, concrete, bridge structure excavation, and mapping from barrels and survey preparation common material. Part E subbase and base course includes the following: aggregate subbase course. Part E surface courses includes the following: Portland cement concrete pavement reinforced 300 millimeters thick for 14 days. Part F bridge construction includes the following: concrete piles cast in posts, 1.5 meters diameter, permanent casing, 1.5 meters diameter, 12 millimeters thick, pile integrity testing, household solid, high strength dynamic testing, PDA, concrete railing standard, reinforcing steel deforming grade 40, reinforcing steel deforming grade 60, structural concrete class A at 28 MPa, and in concrete. Part B, drainage and protecting structures includes the following: heat piles, steel, slope protection, concrete slope protection, and draining pipe PVC. And lastly, for contract ID 26M00075, installation application of road safety facilities, roadway lighting along Maharlika Highway, Maharlika Road, case 1689 plus 483, case 1695 plus 586, Pablo is scope of as follows. Part C reports includes the following: area and grubbing, removal of actual structures and construction, concrete, structure excavation, and foundation failure. Part F bridge construction includes the following: reinforcing steel deformed grade 40 and structural concrete, class A at 28 days. Part H miscellaneous structures includes the following: reflector external plastic pavement markings white and single arm solar LED roadway lighting 81 to 25 watts and 1 meter code.
Thank you, Eugene. So to proceed with the discussion and the documents that is submitted by the bidders on the technical proposal and financial proposal, as well as the process for electronic submission. This will be discussed by correspondingly by Engineer Janela Maria Romano, Engineer Orfa Mozarki, and Engineer Vanessa James Salazar.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I will be discussing first the technical requirements. So the first bid envelope shall contain the following technical documents, including the eligibility documents. First is the PhilJet certificate of registration for platinum membership in accordance with section 20 of the IRR. Second is the peak of license and registration. Third is a statement of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded or projects started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be. Fourth is a statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract in accordance with ITP clause 5.5. Fifth is the NMCC computation in accordance with ITP clause 5.6. Sixth is the joint venture agreement, if applicable, and lastly, the bid security of the first bid form and amount in accordance with ITP clause 15 and validity period of the ITP clause. To proceed, all prospective bidders are reminded that they declare at least one completed contract to serve as their SLCC. The declared SLCC must be consistent with by the records reflected in CCTV. In addition, the net financial contracting capacity that we consistent with the completed contracts reflected in CWB. The financial capacity stated in the NMCC must be supported by the bidder's actual completed projects as recorded in the CWA in all documents must be verified. These requirements are pursuant to RA 12009 and compliance and misrepresentation that result in disqualification and may subject the bidder to sanctions under RA 1200. Bidders are also advised to review the revised guidelines and the issuance of certificates of completion and certificate of final acceptance for locally funded projects, which is stated in the Department Order number 166 series of 2020. To proceed with the project technical requirements. First is the organizational chart for the contract to be read, signed with authorized managing officer. Second is the contractor's list of key personnel. It includes the project manager, DPWH accredited contractors project engineer, DPWH accredited contractors materials engineer, construction safety officer, and construction fund. For the project manager, it should include a copy of the team ID card. For the project engineer, only accredited project engineers may be assigned to DPWH projects, subject to the limits stated in DO 1 series of 2024 for construction of buildings and bridges. Contractors shall assign DPWH accredited project engineers in accordance with DO number 227 series of 2024 and shall attach the certificate of accreditation or reported review. For the materials engineer, they must be a DPWH accredited materials engineer and they should attach the certificate of accreditation. For the safety officer 3, with mandatory 40-hour basic OSH training course applicable to the industry, an additional 48 hours of advanced occupational safety training relevant to the industry as required by the SOLE, Department Order 101, and they should attach the certificate of training to the safety officer. Such personnel should not hold more than one position or designation to fill. Attach or submit a copy of the professional tax receipt or PTR for the current year for the assigned person. For other pertinent documents, the bidders must attach the latest general information sheet for GIS reflecting the beneficial ownership information, duty received by the Securities and Exchange for corporations, and sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership in accordance with Section 82 of the IRR of RA 12009 and PhilJet's advisory number 2025-007. All bidders shall be required to submit a sworn disclosure of relation and beneficial ownership, clearly identifying the natural persons who ultimately own, control, and benefit from the bidding entity, whether directly or indirectly for shareholding, voting rights, contractual arrangements, or other means of control in accordance with Section 81.1 of the IRR of RA 1200. SO 9001 2015 certification or its latest applicable version in accordance with Department Order 110 Series of 2024 should also be attached. Furthermore, for the list of contractors' major equipment and pledge to be used for the project must be supported by the proof of ownership if it is owned and for lease agreement and for lease equipment, a lease contract and certification or statement of availability of equipment should be submitted for the lessor owner as the pledger of the equipment, stating therein that the equipment will be available during post qualification and for the whole duration of the project, duly signed and authorized. For own equipment, certification or statement of availability of equipment should be submitted as the owner, stating therein that the equipment will be available during the post qualification and the whole time of the project, duly signed and authorized. For purchase agreement, the description of the equipment to be purchased must be indicated in the document. Pledged details purchased by the bidder or the contractor covered by the purchase agreement must be registered under the name of the proprietor or the company within 1 year from the execution of the agreement. Vehicles that remain unregistered under the specified name within 1 year of the execution of the deed of sale will be deemed numbers. For additional information on the requirement of pledged vehicles. Pledged vehicles should be validly insured under a policy other than the compulsory third-party liability and should have a valid registration with the Land Transportation Office on the day of opening of bids. Bidders must attach the following in their submitted bids: copy of the LTO official receipt or certificate of registration of their pledged vehicle registered under the name of the proprietor or the company, and copy of the proof of insurance of the pledged vehicle other than the compulsory third-party liability. In all cases, the bidder should present the original of the documents during post qualification. For asphalt projects, submit or attach a copy of the certificate of accreditation issued by DPWH-DRS as per Department Order 253 Series of 2003. In addition, the location it operates must be located within the scope of this region. All documents in support of the ownership of the equipment pledged and all other documents photocopied from the original must be clear, readable, and certified as given. Other technical requirements, the omnibus sworn statement with the prospective bidder the form prescribed by the GPP, duly signed and notarized. Minimum testing materials equipment. Contractors are required for inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment with the technical component of the bid in compliance with legal number 11 series of 2017. Contractors should attach a copy of the inspection report on the certification from CPW. The sworn statement or the conflict of interest by the prospective bidder or the authorized representative duly signed and notarized, and the contractor certification or affidavit on key personnel as to DO9 series of 2012 duly signed and notarized. So the following are the sample forms that will be complied by the bidders. So we have here a sample of the organizational chart, contractors list of key personnel, list of contractors equipment pledged for the contract, the revised omnibus sworn statement, the sworn statement for the conflict of interest, contractor certification on personnel, the field jobs advisory with regards to the requirement of attaching the general information sheet, sworn affidavit of eligibility and beneficial ownership, and lastly, a sample of the affidavit of disclosure of nomination.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. I will discuss the financial requirements to be submitted by the prospective bidders. First is the bid form must be in accordance with the form prescribed in section 9 of the bid forms. Contractors must write the original total price of bid written in figures and words. If the contractor has a discount offered, please write the methodology of your application and indicate the limited amount to be paid in figures and words. For the discounts offered, it will be deducted on the original bid amount and not on the ABC and amount written in words will prevail. Second is the bid prices on the bill of quantities. It consists of bid prices written in figures and words. Third is the detailed estimates. It includes summary sheets indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rental dues, indicating also the direct and indirect costs in coming up with the bid. Fourth is the quarterly or monthly cash flow and payment schedule. There is also a prescribed form in section 9 of bidding forms. And please take note that for the facilities for the engineer, the provision of 4x4 pickup type service for the engineer on rental basis will be the same as stated in the bid documents. And the financial proposal will exceed the ABC indicated shall be rejected, and any missing documents in the mentioned checklist is ground for outright rejection of the for the department order number 110 series of 2024, the implementation of ISO certification requirement for large A, medium B, and medium B contractors in the procurement of infrastructure projects of the department. Next is the other pertinent issues. First, contractor's bid must be submitted in one original copy and two photocopies. Likewise, the same must be book-bounded and properly labeled, tagged, and paginated as per the O number 90 series of 2000. And for those contractors who will use SPA in submission of bid, please be informed that we will only acknowledge it if there is corresponding email of the said SPA from the official email address of the contractors. For the requirements in the notice of award, first is the notice with your signed conforming thereon, the required performance security, the required credit line or cash deposit certificate if applicable, the required contractor's all risk insurance, the precedence diagram method, and power schedule, equipment utilization schedule, project organization chart, construction method, and construction safety and health program approved by the board. Next is the three-strike policy of the department. The provision governing the imposition of administrative sanctions for contractors to commit acts which tend to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, such as habitually withdrawing from bidding, submitting late bids, or patently insufficient bid for at least 3 times within a year, except for valid reasons. I will also discuss the electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil work contracts. For the preparation and submission of bids, prior to the deadline of submission of bids, the bidder shall send a copy of official receipt of purchase of bidding documents in PDF form. Another reply email shall be sent to the bidder after successfully sending the official receipt to the proper email address. Bidders must prepare the electronic bid in a password protected archive format and submit it to the email address identified in the invitation to bid and bid data sheet. The submitted electronic bid shall contain 2 files, the technical and financial proposal, both in a password protected archive format. Bidders must submit their electronic bid using the registered email address and CWA, and all files in the technical and financial proposal must be in a PDF format. The password protective archive file submitted must be opened using the password provided by the bidder and must be successfully opened and accessed by the bank. Bidder shall be given a maximum of 3 attempts or a period of 15 minutes, whichever comes first, to provide the correct password, except in unforeseen justifiable circumstances. Otherwise, the bidder shall be disqualified, and the bidder may also be subjected to the sanctions under the O number 17 series of 2015, the three-strike policy as may be warranted under the circumstances. The official email address of our office is electronicleads_r12@bpwh.org. Let's go.
So next is for the summary of proceedings. There's a question, Sharon Gunella, to sum up the discussions made for this video conference. Do we have any comment from the back members? If there are none, proceed for the summary proceedings.
Thank you, Madam Chair. For the summary of proceedings for 21 contracts listed in works. The basic contract data, including the contract description, industry and introduction, was discussed for engineering and subsystems of the agreement. The requirements of the basic contracts, including the bill quantity, the pay items included in the contracts, was discussed for engineer prepared the contract and the component, the planning assistant leadership. The documents to be submitted by the bidders in the technical proposal, it was discussed by extremely engineers and other department. The documents to be submitted by the bidders in the financial proposal, as well as the guidelines for the electronic subscription receipt of bids, was discussed by engineer and SHs. For the 21 discussed contracts, the deadline of the bid submission is on July 22, 2026 at 10 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted, and the bid opening shall be on the same date, July 22, 2026, at 10:30 in the morning here at the DPW National Office of Conference Room. Any changes or revisions in the discussed contracts to be reflected that they should be approved if there will be any. That would be all.
So thank you, Engineer. We have a so popular activity. So this will be open on 2026. Are there any comments from the for student or requirement of plans?
As of the moment,
As of the moment, okay. So for this member. 21 projects, the schedule of the bid of July 2026 at 10:30 in the morning. But the bid dropping will be closed at 10 o'clock in the morning. So for the next activity, we will be proceeding with the opening eligibility for the interested consultants for the settlement of consulting services. So, see motion for the documents.
before the, hearing, the watch information is the name of the.
Motion to be seconded, with no other questions. Other doc numbers, the pre-bid conference is hereby adjourned. And for the continuation of the proceeding for the opening of eligibility for consultancy. So for these consulting services, we have three contracts, 26 CSM 003 consulting services for the parcellary survey of Maharlika Highway, Makilala Alawan Road, page 1611 to -438 to page 1644 plus 827 with an ABC of 8,168,448 pesos and 40 centavos and a duration of 180 calendar days. So we have three consultants who have signified their interest and submitted their eligibility documents. So these are the latest surveying services, are starting an action phase, the Atlantic 60 short surveying office. So we will request the technical working group to facilitate and assist the staff members in obtaining the sealed technical proposal or eligibility documents of the participating bidders. Ang consultants pa pala kasi so for 26 CFM 004, we have for consulting services for the parcellary survey along the following road sections. Wallingly Panay Visayas Road, K 1700 to 0+000 to K 1704 000 Davao Cotabato Road, Downtown Digos Cotabato section, K 60+000 to K 1564+000. Widening of Visayas Lulawan Macar Road, K 1720+000, K 1730+000. In an ATC of 4,270,028 pesos and 80 centavos. and a duration of 107 calendar days. So we have 3 participating consultants who have submitted their eligibility documents. So these are Illigis Surveying Services, RS Parley and Associates, and Orlando CC Surveying Office. Next is 26 CSM 005, so consulting services for the parcel survey along the Modern Road sections, Maharlika Highway, Martin Laka Road, case 1, plus 200 to case 1675 plus 200. Maharlika Highway, Cotabato Marvel Road, case 1713 plus 000 to case 1714 plus 000. Maharlika Highway, Cotabato Marvel Road, case 1752 plus 000. Case 1759 plus 000 with an ABC of 5,060,032 pesos and 20 centavos and a duration of 120 calendar days. So we also have 3 participating consultants who have submitted their eligibility documents. So these are Legal Surveying Services, RSRD, and Orlando requesting the technical working group for consulting services to facilitate and assist the back members in obtaining their sealed eligibility documents for the evaluation of the back members.
Alam mo, yung technical term.
Wala si engineer natin?
Yeah, sabi.
Sa conflict daw po. Conflict.
So by the way, for the technical working group for consulting services, the members, the reconstituted members for approval, for the head is in the graphic meeting, vice head is Attorney Farhana with the members, Attorney Louis Bahay, Engineer Roberto Capulong, and Ayan Nisrin Abbas.
Consulting services. Yeah.
Gagawin natin lahat. Timor na sa
Original sabi ang so ito mo na natin yung then yung original sabi ang Ito po ito. Repeat. Na yung Panahon yan. Shake. Hindi. Pero shake. Okay. Okay. Now. Completely. Any share. Ini jangan lupa ini jangan. No. No. Yeah. The first one is green beans.
Jelas?
So we now have the results of the evaluation by the batch of the submitted eligibility documents of the participating consultants for 26 CSM 005. For Orlando CC Fund, is being evaluated that they have complied and passed with all the eligibility requirements. For RS Harding and Associates, it has been evaluated also by the BAC that they have complied and passed the eligibility requirements. For religious surveying services, it has been evaluated also that they have complied and passed the eligibility requirements. For 26 CSM 003, for RSR Harding and Associates, it has been evaluated also by the BAC that they have complied and passed the eligibility requirements. For the legal surveying services, it has been evaluated also that they have complied and passed with all the eligibility requirements. And same also with Rolando CC from Surveying Office, it has been evaluated by the BAC that they have complied and passed with all the eligibility requirements. Finally, for 26 CSM 004, it has been evaluated also by the BAC that for RS Hardin, they have complied and passed all the eligibility requirements. For Rolando Season Surveying Office, that's been evaluated also by the bank that they have complied and passed the eligibility requirements. So we are still waiting for the result of the evaluation of the eligibility documents submitted by Tudigi Surveying under 26 CSM 004. So while waiting for the result of fertility survey, so the participating consultants will be shortlisted. Will be shortlisted by the bank and the technical working group. As mentioned in invitation to be the criteria rating system for the shortlisting. For the experience of the firm, 50 points, availability of required personnel, 20 points, and the workload is equivalent to 30 points for a total of 100 points. The eligible bidders must obtain the passing scores of 80 points to qualify in the short list. So for the legal surveying services, it has been evaluated by the bank that they have complied and passed all the eligibility requirements for 26 CSM 00. So all of the participating consultants have been evaluated to be eligible. So the submitted eligibility documents will be evaluated and rated by the technical working group, based on the criteria as mentioned earlier. So the qualifying score for the participating consultants is 80 points. So they must obtain a score of 80 points to be shortlisted. So only those shortlisted will be invited to drop their bidding documents for the bid opening of this project on the bid. Opening natin. Maybe ano pa nung announcement of the results? When can we expect the results of the shortlisting from the technical working? So after that, we will be opening the we will be scheduling the bid opening. Natapos nyo ito. Ano lang man, no? Bibigay ng rate.
We will provide a result by Tuesday.
Tuesday. So after which, schedule natin ang bid opening for the shortlisted consultants. Tuesday. Tuesday, sir. Pwede ka rin siya isabi. Kasi lang ang next meeting namin, sir, is July 9, eh? Kung matapos bukas, pwede natin, sir, i-announce. After the bid opening. So wala tayong schedule sa... Ang schedule natin sa July 16 mo?
Ano yung sila ko rating? 13, 14. Well, that I...
You're partly sick, sir?
Pressure time is resistance.
Ano siya yung meeting with you sa kayo?
Right.
Friday.
First thing up. Tapos the rest. Mali. You go.
Anong schedule natin dito?
Christmas pa na lang ito.
Sa basic contact, sa 50,000. Tapos sila ni-place sa report niya. Pinag-place sila portion of time. Saka kung July 21. 21, opening,
Pre-bid po.
pre-bid.
Sure, this.
Wala. Kung Tuesday kayo mag-shortlist. Like 21. Ayun sir, okay lang 21 pa sir ang pre-bid. Hindi pa tayo maka-open kung 21. Kung Tuesday ang result ng shortlisting, pwede tayo sir mag-pre-bid the next day. Kailan ko na pick up?
Noong June 30 po.
Yung July 21 is ISO natin yan.
I-adjust na lang natin, adjust ko sir sa procurement. So, Tuesday na lang, engineer, kay attorney.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the announcement of the results of the shortlisting of the participating consultants will be on Tuesday, July 14th, 2026. So, thank you. So that is all for the opening of the eligibility documents submitted by the participating consultants for the 3 consulting services contracts. So next we have the pre-procurement conference of the 32 civil works contracts, the any motion from the block members for the adjournment of the opening of the short list, eligibility documents.
Your next.
Any objection? Or there is a motion with duly seconded with no objection from the other block members. The opening of the eligibility documents of the participating consultants for the 3 consulting services contracts is hereby adjourned. And the back shall proceed with the pre-procurement conference of 32 civil works contracts.